Hey everybody, Dr. Nelson here. This is a video about something called scale factor. So for the first couple pages, you're going to take notes with me, and then you have a chance to pause the video and try some problems on your own. And then at the end, you can see how you did. All right. So what exactly is scale factor? Well, basically, scale factor is a ratio, okay, of any two corresponding lengths on shapes that are similar. All right. So the key word here, and if you underline this, is ratio. All right. It's a fraction of two corresponding lengths. All right. And remember, for shapes to be similar, all the corresponding sides have to have the same ratio, right? So here we have two triangles. We have triangle A and B, and they're similar. All right. So what we have to do is we have to find two sets of corresponding sides, okay, and then write the ratio. So let's say we're going from shape A to B. All right. And let's focus in on this side here, 3 and the 6. All right. So it's going to be a ratio, so let's draw our fraction bar, because remember, ratio is basically a fraction, all right? And we know that this side is 6, so I'm going to put the 6 on top, and this side is 3, so that reduces down to 2 to 1, all right? So the scale factor is 2 to 1 as we go from shape A to B, all right? Now to check that, let's try it with the two other sides. So here we have side 4 and side 8, okay? And again, if I do 8 divided by 4, we also get 2 to 1. All right, so again, the scale factor is 2 to 1. And then finally, if we do side 5 to 10, all right, and I do 10 divided by 5, we get 2 to 1. All right, so because these are all the same ratio, we know that the shapes are similar. All right, now if you turn the page, let's take a look at these three sets of similar figures. Now, so what does it mean when the scale factor is a 1? All right. So when there's a scale factor of 1, it means that the shapes are exactly the same or congruent. All right. So notice, here's a nice example. Here we have a rectangle that's 3 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. And over here is the exact same one, but just a different color. All right. So when there's a scale factor of 1, we know the images are congruent. So let's write that down. Images are congruent. All right, literally, it's just the same exact thing. All right, but what happens when we have a scale factor that's less than 1? All right, so here's a good example. So here we have a square that has a side length of 6, and it's going down to a side length of 2. So the scale factor of this would be 2 over 6, which equals 1/3. All right, so this is a good example of a scale factor that's less than 1. So when that's the case, we know that the image is being reduced. All right, so this one, the image, is being reduced. So we can just say image is reduced. All right, so again, if they're similar, it's just a smaller version of this one. Now, when the scale factor is greater than 1, okay, that means that the image is being enlarged. So here we're going, instead of from 6 to 2, we're going from 2 to 6. So the ratio would be 6 over 2, which equals 3 over 1. All right, so anytime you have a scale factor greater than 1, it means the image is being enlarged. So let's say image is enlarged. All right, so the key thing about this is when you have a scale factor of 1, right, the images are congruent. When you have a scale factor less than 1, it means the images is being shrunk. And then finally, when you have a scale factor greater than 1, it means the image is being increased. All right? So why don't you take a moment and pause the video and try the Your Turn Now problems. And when you're done, hit play. You can see how you did. All right, good luck. All right, welcome back. Let's say do these practice problems. So here we have two sets of rectangles. And notice that this rectangle is being enlarged. All right, so remember what that means is we're going to have a scale factor greater than 1. So for this one, we know that this length is 8, and the corresponding side of this rectangle is 2, and that just reduces down to 4 to 1, or just 4. All right, so the scale factor from this triangle to this rectangle to this rectangle is 4. All right, now let's take a look at these two triangles. And notice we're going from a large image down to a smaller image. All right, so that means we're going to have a scale factor of less than 1. So again, let's create our fraction bar. And again, we're going to put the 2 on the top and the 12 on the bottom. And that's going to reduce down to 1/6. And that's the scale factor of these two triangles. All right, so the big thing to remember is if you have a scale factor greater than 1, the image is being enlarged. If you have a scale factor less than 1, the image is being shrunk or reduced. All right, how'd you do?